Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 1 of Love and Laughter
Happily
Happily Ever
ever after.
After. I'm your host, Danny,
And I'm your host, Tez.
and thank you for tuning in. Okay, guys, on today's episode, we're going to start off with letting y'all know who me and Tez are.
Yep.
So, this is just going to be a straight episode of us talking about how we met, like how we are as a couple. We've been together for a year and some change.
Yes, change. Yep.
Yeah, we just celebrated our anniversary, our official anniversary, like a week and a half ago. And we just want to get to know you guys. We want y'all to get to know us and just let you guys know, real black love is still out there. Real love is still out
Real
there.
love is still
Real love
out
is
there.
out there.
Yes, it is.
And as long as you're looking for it and you're open for it and you're acceptable to what God has in store for you, you'll definitely find it.
You're going to find it. You're going to definitely find it because we got a story. We definitely got a story to tell. And we want to let everybody know out there.
Yeah. Because
love is out there.
it's out there. You guys might have a story to tell. You might be going through something with your partner, or you might, be scared to get back in the dating pool, and everybody needs love. Everybody needs love.
You need that backbone to hold you down.
Yep. And soulmates are out there. I think soulmates are very important. They're real.
They're real.
Like, I believe in soulmates. I believe that everybody has a soulmate. And sometimes it's just about, knowing what direction to go in to find them.
Yeah, and it's about the timing.
Yeah, all about the timing.
It's
definitely about timing.
You can go looking for it, but it's gonna happen when it's time.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen when it's time.
Out the blue too. Like,
you're not even gonna be. It's gonna catch you off guard. You ain't gonna know. You're gonna be like, what?
I wasn't even looking for this.
Exactly.
I was just chilling. All right, y'all. So we hope you guys enjoy, and definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Okay. So, who wants to start? We're gonna let you start with how we first met, or
no? We're gonna let you start.
Y'all always know it's
we're gonna let
the once
the ladies
my
first.
side, his side, and the truth. So like men don't never tell the real story about how they met as a couple.
Nah, we do. We do.
You do not.
It be the woman that be capping. We tell it.
Capping.
I ain't got none of cap. Well, go ahead, tell your side. Ladies first.
So, like I said, me and Tez have been together for a year and about 2 months. We actually met in October, right after my birthday. It was probably like around the 8th or the 9th. I had just came back into town, y'all. So obviously, let's rewind. I moved to Tampa in December of 2022. And I had moved to Tampa because I was so ready to leave Atlanta and just kind of like turn a new leaf over for myself. I'm single at the moment and I have no kids. So I was like, I've lived in Atlanta, I've lived in Houston, like I've lived in the places, I've traveled, I've been around. I'm like, I just want to go to Miami. I was ready to get out of here and go to Miami, y'all. Like I was like, Miami's for me. I love Miami. I love to party in Miami. I know I was going to open up a business in Miami. So that's where I was headed. But I wasn't ready to go to Miami, but I just was ready to get out of Atlanta. So I had been to Tampa before. And I was like, okay, I can do Tampa and it's close to Miami. It's 3.5 hours a drive. So I ended up packing up everything. And me and my best friend actually moved to Tampa. Now, mind you, we didn't know anybody here. Like, we just got up, packed up a U-Haul, and got on the road. So I was in Tampa for like about a year before I met Tez. And I just was like, trying to adjust to it, trying to, it's cool. It really wasn't like totally my speed, but I was, functioning with it. So I had just came back from Vegas for my birthday. I had just celebrated my 34th birthday. And my sister and my best friend wanted to go out to like a little club because my sister was in town and she had just had a baby. So she was like, I want to go out. I'm trying to go out. So, all right. So we ended up going to this place called Lit. It's a cigar bar. It's downtown Tampa. Definitely go try it out if you're ever visiting. So we decided to go to Lit. So the whole night I was in Lit, we were at the bar, and y'all, I just was like not in the mood to be out. I was over it. I was already dealing with some personal stuff I had going on. Because when I'm in that type of mode, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be enjoying myself. I didn't care if it was my birthday. I just was not in that mood, right? So the whole time I'm in the club, I'm just in have a very really bad attitude. Like I ain't want nobody to talk to me, don't say nothing to me, blah blah blah. Like I wasn't trying to hear it. So that after the club was over, and it's crazy too because guys, like I actually saw like Tez's section, like he was right across from me, but I didn't see him. But what I'll come to know later were his family. His family was in the section right across from us. So we had left the club, and my girlfriend had actually was talking to a guy, and he asked if we wanted to get some food from the food truck that's right across the street. It's in the parking lot across the street from the club. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So we out there, and he has a friend, and his guy friend was like trying to holler at me, but I was not interested. Like I just wasn't. He wasn't my cup of tea. I wasn't interested. So I basically like went to the food truck on my own and ordered some food. So I ordered my food, and then they had like these little tables and stuff that you go sit down at right by the truck. And I went and sat down, and Tez was sitting. I I I don't remember him sitting. I remember him walking over and sitting next to me and asking me. He asked me like the dumbest question. He was like, "Oh, so what's good on the menu?" I'm like thinking to myself, like, "Yo, dude, I don't know. Like, I'm not from here. I don't know." So I had ordered like something that was popular. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, yeah, this is popular. Like, whatever. So yo, I'm not gonna lie, I was tipsy. Like I was definitely tipsy that night. So a lot of the conversation I don't remember, but I do know that something must have been intriguing about him because we sat there and we talked. Right, we were sitting there and talking for a little minute. Yeah, we were talking. We was having conversation, and we decided to exchange numbers before I was about to leave, and we talked on the phone like the whole way home, like my whole way home and his whole way home. Like we talked on the phone, and like I just remember like having good conversation, feeling like really really good energy from him. I didn't know him from a can of paint. I didn't know what he had going on, if he was whatever. I just was like his energy. He made me laugh. That's one big thing about Ted is like he's so funny. He makes me laugh. He has a great sense of humor. So yeah, so after that, the next day, my sister was throwing me like a brunch barbecue for my birthday, and I ended up inviting him over, and he met my mom.
The
He
next
met
day,
my mom. He met my mom's
the next day, I was nervous.
fiance. He met my brother-in-law. He met my nephew. Tori had just had the baby. He met my niece, my best friend. So it was like it was something that actually turned into something I never thought that it would. I wouldn't think that we'd be here a year and some change later. Like it was literally like just a conversation that sparked up outside, and then it just went from there. So that's my version of the story. That's my version of how we met. I don't really know how Tez's
Y'all ready for
differs.
the truth? Is y'all ready for the truth? All right, here go my backstory.
Can I hit the hookah, babe? Hold on.
Hit the hookah. Hit the hookah, baby.
Hold on. Let me hit
But
the hookah,
listen,
y'all.
here's the backstory for me. All right, so that week I had a victory in court. I was formerly married, and so she was ordered to pay. My ex was ordered to pay some stuff off that she refused to pay. So it freed up a bunch of more money for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was technically paying alimony, and alimony was over with September. So it's October. Like that's my first month.
I didn't know you had to pay alimony. Like
It's
was trying to.
technically one
Yeah, you was like
alimony.
paying her out that was in
Yeah,
the
I
divorce
was
decree,
paying
right?
bills. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
I was paying
Yeah,
bills, paying bills off
yeah.
for that was I was ordered to pay bills off.
I got you, baby.
So I'm celebrating that whole weekend because hey, I'm saving myself $800 a month. Shit, you know how good that feel? So I went to a block party earlier that
Oh
day.
yeah, you told me that.
And then so I went home. I was just chilling. And then my cousin and one of my best friends called, was like, "Oh man, we want to go hang out. We want to go hang out." I like, I'll let y'all know. So then my little brother called. He's like, "Man, we going to such and such. We're going to lit my lady birthday party. We got a section and all that. Man, pull up." So I said, why not? So I ended up going because that's where my cousin, my brother, and one of my best friends was already going. So I pull up, boom, boom. So I'm in there. I'm hanging out. I'm having the time of my life. I'm in there, damn. I'm doing my dance.
Two totally different moods, y'all.
I'm doing my dance, boom, boom. So I go back and forth from the section that my brother and his lady have for her birthday and their friends. I'm going back with my cousin and my friends. So I'm back and forth. So I seen her at the bar looking mad. I was like, what's wrong with her?
I was looking so
In my
mad,
head, I'm like,
y'all.
hey, what's wrong with Shorty? You know, Shorty looking.
So bad.
So I ain't saying nothing to her that night because I'm in the zone. I'm having a good time. So
I'm
we
like, I
go.
don't want them problems.
Yeah. She was looking all stuck up, had an attitude. I seen her at the bar. She was sitting at the bar the end of the whole night. So, make a long story short, I leave. So one of my other best friends, he was in the club next door because he's banned from that club because he's a party animal. So he called me, was like, hey, come meet me at the food truck. So I'm like, where the food truck at? So he guided me to the food truck. So I walked to the food truck. So he's with his lady. So we sitting on the bench by the food truck and we just talking. So I look back, I seen her. So I tell him, I say, look, man, I'm finna get old girl. I'm finna grab her. You know, I got to have that. You know what I mean? So she was back there talking to some dude. So I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna get her. So my partner was like, he was like, he was laughing. He was like, man, you tipsy, man. You ain't finna do nothing. I said, all right, watch this. So he said, man, I'll be back. I'm finna go get the car. So he had went to go get the car from the parking lot. So I turned my head and I turned my head this way. And guess who's sitting next to me? This woman right here. She sit right by me. So she sit by me. She started asking me questions. Well, what's good on the
I
menu?
did not ask
I
you. I
said,
was already eating
I
my
don't
food.
know.
I had already got my food.
I said,
See,
I
this is what
don't know. I never ate here
he's so
before.
capped, y'all. And let me tell y'all, he was tipsy. Okay, tipsy.
I said, I don't know. I say, well, what? I asked her what was good on the menu. She asked me because I don't know. And she's like, oh, my friend got this and that. All right. So we just was talking. So we asked each other how our day was. Small talk, boom, boom. And then we exchanged numbers. So then my partner can vouch. I got two witnesses. So my partner pulled up in the truck to come get me. And when I got a trade, he's like, hey, bro, you wasn't lying. I thought you was bullshit. I was like, nah, I told you. I said, she just sat by me. And so she called me while I was in the car with them.
So I called you?
Yeah, you called me while I was in the car with them.
Call them ladies. Don't be scared to
Don't be
call.
scared. So she called me while I was getting dropped off to my car. So one of my things is like, she could have thought I didn't have a car. You know, some women so quick to prejudge you.
I mean,
Like, she didn't. She called me. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm getting dropped off at my car right now. Boom. So as I was getting in my car, and we just talked the whole ride home. I stay about 30 minutes from the club. She about 30 minutes the opposite direction. She's going north. I'm going south. So, we just talked. And then she invited me over for her birthday barbecue. And
the rest was history.
the rest was his. Met the whole family. I was nervous. I wasn't expecting all this. Like, the first date. I mean, you could technically say it was the first date.
Yeah, you could say it's the first date.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we went to Walmart
We went to
together.
Walmart together.
He took me to Walmart, guys. I had needed to go to get like some things for the barbecue, and he was like, I'll ride with you. I'll go with you, and like we went to Walmart, and it just was the vibe. The communication was just so good. Like, um, for me, I'm all about intellect. I'm all about personality. Like,
Yeah.
stimulate my mind before you
You
stimulate
got
anything
to.
else. And that was just a huge thing with me and my.
Well, yeah, it was just the
Yeah.
intellect. Like, you could talk to her about a lot of different things. Like, some
Hmm.
people haven't experienced life yet, and
Hmm.
they're not as intellectual as you want them to be. A lot of people are so simple minded, but it's beautiful to have someone that's gorgeous on the outside and also in the inside.
Oh, thank
So
you,
a
babe.
lot of people don't understand that.
That's so
We could
sweet.
talk about everything from traveling to grinding, getting money,
Hmm.
education, like you
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
well, every sports I gotta watch some football,
And wrestling.
and we watch WWE.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
watch
watch it.
wrestling for sure.
Yeah, we
Big
watch it.
wrestling fans.
Matter of
Okay.
fact, they come tomorrow. We might go tomorrow.
Oh man.
But yeah, SmackDown tomorrow. But yeah,
SmackDown. But
but
yeah,
yeah,
so that's definitely our story of how we met. That's why, like, sometimes fate, you got to believe in fate sometimes because, like, if I would have been in the mood, I'd be like, I'm not going, I'm
yeah.
not going out. Like, I don't want to go. And, he wasn't going at first, but then his brother called and
Yeah.
was like, I'm going. So it was like, okay, both my homies and my brother are asking me to go. So why not? You know what I mean? So, um, and I know for both of us, like he's been in a marriage that didn't work out, and I've never been married, but I've never been in a relationship where I feel like I'm, want to be fully committed to that person and want to just love that person. And now, I wouldn't ask for any other different partner. I wouldn't ask. You're my best friend. You're my lover. You're my confidant. Like we do everything together. Like, and I
Yeah.
enjoy doing it together with
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
So,
Because sometimes you be tired of that person. If that's not the person
yeah.
for you, you're not gonna want to do everything with
Yeah,
that person.
you get
Like,
bored. You be like, oh my god, leave me alone. Like,
yeah.
can I get some space? But like, we hardly like ever go a day. We'll sit on the phone and talk. Like, he works, and I'm on the phone talking to him like 2 hours out the day. And even though we live together, like it's, and we still just have so much to talk about. So, I just want anybody out there, like that has any doubt or is feeling like there is nobody out there for them. It's somebody out there for you. I think sometimes we just have to do the work on ourselves,
Yep.
and we have to really feel like realize our worth, and not fall victim to the things that we're used to. We have to open up ourselves to things that we're not used to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it worked out.
It's
It
gonna work out.
worked out.
Nobody's perfect. So
Mhm. Nobody's
everybody's gonna have
perfect.
some flaws, but that's
Yeah.
why in a relationship you're a team.
Yeah.
You help the other person out. Like
You're a team.
whatever they lack in, that should be your strength, and
Absolutely.
vice versa.
Absolutely. And that's the topic of our, of us just, telling you who we are, and, you know, what we are accomplishing as a couple. We want to still love and like live and grow and submerge our families together and just be a positive factor for not only our household and our friends and family, but for the community. You know what I mean? Like, because it's a lot of people that think that real love doesn't exist anymore. We looking for that our grandparents love, is together 50 years, that
Yeah,
doesn't come about these days
it's rare
sometimes
because
unless you've been together 10 years ago. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's rare because you got so many distractions.
Yeah. A lot of distractions. Some of it. A lot of distractions, a lot of temptation. And it's not easy. Like, don't think that we don't have our struggles. Like I think our struggles were all in the beginning, and now we're like little stuff. Like, and you're such a great communicator that it's no arguing. Like, if we argue, it's like something that is like maybe real passionate to one of us, but we hardly argue.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
we
argue.
don't argue. Tez don't allow it because he's a jokester. So every time I get mad at him, he thinks it's funny or he makes a joke. He knows when I'm serious. You know when I'm
Yeah, I
serious.
know when you're serious.
But
Yeah,
I don't take it to the point, and then we don't get to the point where it blows out of proportion. Like, we talk about it, and he's so big with like, well, hearing me out, because a lot of people, like, they don't hear you out. They don't understand. Like, you got to know who the person is and what their triggers are.
yeah,
And if you know, like, that I get triggered when you do this or do that, like, okay, babe, I apologize. It's my fault for doing that. And he's huge on that. So he's teaching me. He teaches me every day. Like, I learn every day, whether it's financial teachings, whether it's communications, just anything. Like, he really teaches me a lot in life, as well as vice versa. We bounce a bunch of things off of each other. So definitely you want a learning partner, someone that you can learn from, because you don't know everything. Nobody knows everything.
Ain't nobody perfect.
No, nobody knows everything, and you don't want to be with somebody who feels like they know everything.
And fellas, sometimes the women think they be knowing everything though, but your partner respect you and understand you. She's gonna compromise and she's gonna let you listen to your opinion. Mm-hmm. And she's not gonna overpower herself with that mentality that women normally have.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of women out there, like I was raised by number women. So like it's a lot of women who feel like they just, have to be so headstrong in some situations. And to be an independent woman, you have to know how to be submissive too, because you don't need a man, but you want one. You know what I mean? You have to want something to be able to let it in. And like honestly, like Tez is the first man who I've let lead me, because I was so scared of letting a man lead me in the wrong direction. So yeah, I think sometimes you just got to step out on faith and see where it goes. And if it doesn't work out, it don't work out. But you tried. But we're all about, people just, if you're out there in a relationship, sometimes it's the little things,
It just be the little things that matter that counts.
Yeah, it's really the little things, guys. Like communicate with your partner, talk to your partner, ask them, what's going on? How was your day? What can I do to make it better? Just uh feeling like, oh, I know my lady works a lot. Let me send her a little bit of money for lunch.
Send her lunch money just randomly. Don't even tell ask her. Just send it. Yeah, lunch $20-$30.
And ladies, like this generation, like we got to get used to knowing that $20-$30 for lunch is okay.
It's
like
definitely okay.
like you it's a lot of women that I know, or I have a lot of girlfriends, and they live in a superficial world where they think that a man should be sending them $100 to $300 for lunch. No, it's not about the amount.
You don't spend that on yourself for lunch. So why would I say that?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you got to be more realistic, and it's not about the amount. It's about the fact that he thought about it to send you that money for lunch. It's about that. It's about the principle, the point. It's not about the monetary, because the monetary comes and goes. But you need to find you somebody who respects what you have going on and respects the fact that, hey, he thought about me or she thought about me. It's days where we'd meet to go for lunch when you're working, and I would pay. You know what I mean? And it was just me showing him, like, hey, like I'm really enjoying my time with you, and I want you to know that I like you. And even with being in a household, like, you just you want that man to understand, like, I'm here to help. But we're gonna say that for another episode. That's gonna be on a different episode. But yeah, that's our story.
That's our story. Yeah.
Definitely,
man. We got an interesting story. We definitely want y'all to know. Like, we've been holding a lot in because we've been waiting to save it for this.
Yes.
And we've been talking about this for months. So this ain't something we just woke
popped
up
out of. Yeah.
We really
been thinking about this, and we want other people to, because even our friends, their relationships,
our friends need help.
Like we've been together for a year and 2-3 months, and the things that we do, the way that we move, like our integrated lifestyle, like just like it's way further advanced than some relationships that we see, and it's like
we do more than people who've been together
years, y'all. And that's sometimes the key to really like getting back with your partner, like really like growing with your partner. But we just want to be there too. We want to talk about real life things. Like we're a real couple that goes through real life things, and we want to be able to share them with you and communicate with you guys on this platform. And it makes us excited because who knows what we can help? Who knows what can come about this? So
we definitely gonna keep it real with y'all.
Yes, absolutely. The millionaires ain't afraid to say it. No cap. Well, cheers, baby.
Cheers
to you being you and you loving me.
And vice versa, baby.
And I
what's understood don't need to be explained. We're gonna do it how it's supposed to be done.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. So till next time, thank you for tuning in. to love and laughter.
Happily ever after.